The whiskey burns running through my soul until all that's left is just skin and bone. No roots in the earth are made of stone. Not looking back because I ride alone. Death is calling me to come back home, but I won't rest until the sun is cold. When all the noise in your head screams out of that
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome back to episode 2 of Expiration Race. This is our ongoing Mutant Year Zero actual play. We've got a little 4-part run for you. So that means at the end of this episode, we'll be halfway through. So the story is moving along at a pretty good clip. As we are getting started, I've got 2 quick points of business that I want to go over. First and foremost, the occasion for this show, why we're doing what we're doing, is to celebrate the launch of the Mutant Year Zero Nexus here on Demiplane. And so, as part of that celebration, we will be giving away some codes for a free copy of the core rulebook on the Nexus. So be sure to keep an eye on chat for that. Our wonderful moderator team will be taking care of that throughout the stream today. And make sure that you go and check out the Nexus. If it's of interest to you, you can actually get the starter booklet for free. Don't have to pay anything. You just pop in, make your account, and you can check it all out and look at the rules today. The second thing is I want to give a shout out to Sirenscape, who is providing us with lovely ambiance as we are performing this game today. It really helps set the mood because epic games require epic sounds. And with that, I would like to start us off actually with a mechanic that we skipped last session in the interest of time. But this session, I want to go over the arc mechanics slightly. Because one of the, I think, really unique and fun things about the Mutant Year Zero system is that at the start of each session, when there are players in the arc, you have an opportunity to vote on what things you think should be done in the arc. So what that looks like is going to be basically a common negotiation put to a vote that says, oh, I think we should invest in our, technology. Oh, I think I should invest in our food. And we can go from there. So as we really quickly get our things started, let's start with that. And as Aliza hops back in a second, we will be good to go. But in the meantime, this is a great place to start. So each of you act as representatives of people, factions in the arc. What do you think the highest priorities would be at this time?
Chat, look at chat. Sorry.
What's up?
I think that probably a water wheel, getting some better technology going to power our entire arc to give us a better way to, mill those crops from our tiny little cropland that has one crop at a time. I know we could have one person do it, but if we have a water wheel to do it, that person can, fertilize a second piece of cropland, which would be pretty cool. And there's other things that water wheels do. I'm not an expert on water wheels, but somebody told me, somebody smart said it would be a good idea, so.
That would be very convenient, seeing as how you are in a body of water.
We are. We have water really handy, and we know how to make wheels.
That's true. Any other ideas?
I really like the idea of, like, I looked in the book, like croplands. Like, I think especially Monaco,
Mhm.
like that would really appeal to her. Just finding an avenue for food that is grown and something more sustainable, and then in conjunction with like a water wheel or something like that. Like, I think that would be a good like co-project.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's another good option. And any additional thoughts?
My idea for project isn't related to those two, but I would like to work on stables. I saw was an option because I feel like my character. I feel like Finch would just be really obsessed with exploring more and the ability to get away and back faster.
Good idea. Okay. So this is where we put it to a vote, and we have to decide what.
I didn't even say what an idea I had.
Oh,
It's the audacity. My birthday's next week, and that's how you don't treat me?
what would you
Eryk's
like to
birthday or
suggest?
Mega's birthday?
A library.
A library. Okay. All right.
Dang.
Now we have to vote on what we want to do. So I'll give you 2 minutes to state your arguments, and we'll go ahead and make our decision.
Okay.
To catch up, Danny, who's arriving late, is we are arguing over a water wheel, more cropland, stables, or a library. Those are the 4 projects we got in mind. I don't know if you have another project idea in mind.
Yeah, if you have
You're all being so polite.
preference, Aliza, you're welcome to be the deciding vote.
Oh, sorry. My internet's very weird, so it was very choppy.
Sure.
Okay, so what we need is that we need to establish better internet connections to our ARC.
Yeah, we need
enough
that for the
technology
ARC,
to do that.
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Just
definitely need to get
Wi-Fi.
better internet here. So what are the options? I'm sorry, can you repeat those for me?
So far, we have all suggested an idea. We got a water wheel, the best idea.
Wheel.
More croplands, the second best idea.
Cropland,
Stables, weird idea. Library,
Stables.
unnecessary idea.
library. Can I also add a distillery to the list of things that we're going to vote on?
Distillery, better than the library and the stables. So middle
Okay.
idea.
All right.
That's
just
where I
feel like-
stand. Obviously, the water wheel. That's
Water
kinda-
wheels, I guess that's pretty important.
Yeah. It's base level. Yeah.
Well,
We
how are we
have
gonna
to
get the-
preserve the past in a space where the past can be preserved better than other spaces.
What do we
Fair.
need with the past if we don't live to see the future?
Would you want someone to know how to make the gear that you have when you are gone? Someone needs to have the knowledge
No, I
written
hope that
down.
when I die, nobody knows how to do what I do, so that everybody misses me a lot.
That's very probably won't be the case. So how do we vote? How the heck we gonna vote on?
Right?
I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's just a matter of winning one person over, because I think at this point 2 votes would win anything.
So we're all trying to decide on one of these things. out
Yeah,
of all-
we're picking one project.
Oh,
That
okay.
makes sense. I mean,
I feel like, if we got a water wheel, that's gonna just lead into that distillery idea. I mean, part and
Sure.
parcel.
Need water
So
to
really,
distill
if you
things.
get the water wheel now, then later we can do the distillery. It'll be easy.
yeah, I
And
mean,
I think water wheels, you can grind pulp down Eryk, and you need pulp to make your crinkly paper.
You,
What do you fill a library with?
Monica,
You
you
don't
were
think-
going to say something.
I mean, I guess I'm just kind of wondering. So this water wheel, like, it's not going to be drinkable water, though, right? Like,
No, it's for production.
yeah,
Industrial water wheel.
yeah. I mean, I see your points about, like infrastructure begets infrastructure. I think you're right. But like, what are we talking about in terms of time on something like that?
I don't know. I assume they'll have it done by the time we get back.
I would like it known that while water wheels are quite in history, being the one who reads books, his water wheels were quite useful back then. I don't see if they will be as useful now, as there are many things that can potentially destroy a water wheel in a matter of moments. So, is it worth it to spend all that time on something that might just get lost? Or is it better to have something that will be useful both physically and mentally that will go on in the future?
I mean,
I think without any materials to make any of this stuff, it's not going to get made. So without
Oh, we got
staples
lots of
to go-
material to make a water wheel.
well,
I
probably
just
gonna
made
have
you all
food
just
and
seeds. It's the I made you all armor.
Oh, so this was a
Overnight.
transaction.
I mean,
I'm saying.
Didn't I use
Eryk.
my words to get you the bullets that helped you create some of the things that you have? I thank you. Yeah, what were you saying, Monaco?
I mean, I guess like Eryk, I'm not trying to, poop on your idea. Like, I like the idea of, preserving like our cultural knowledge,
Yeah.
but like, aren't you already doing that? Like, isn't your backpack pretty much the library anyway? Like, why do we need, like, it's just put it in a corner, boom, library, done, dusted,
I'm only
let's
one
go,
person.
keep it
and
out of the
we-
way of the water wheel. You know what I'm
I'm-
saying? You know what I'm
You're
saying?
so smart, leader.
Okay, fine. Then we will next a library off of the situation. But there's still other. You had a idea. You Finch and Monaco.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, croplands, because I really feel like at some point we need to start talking sustainability here more than we already have. But also, honestly, I kind of am feeling the water wheel. I kind of feel like, because again, if we start that project, we're gonna get some what's the word? Irrigation. We're gonna get some irrigation, maybe, some energy, and then, bing bang boom. Next thing you know, functioning greenhouse. Everybody is eating corn, I guess. I don't know where I was going
That
with that. I
sounds
apologize.
amazing. Honestly, that sounds like an absolute dream.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Corn you can do with corn is make it into whiskey.
Exactly. I'm saying
It all
baguettes,
So
What?
now
Baguettes?
trickle down effect.
you could also make baguettes. It's true.
Good with corn. I'm just,
With corn. Absolutely. So now my vote is now leaning towards either water wheel or cropland for this very reason. Because those will beget a distillery.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm just gonna say I'm talked out of my own idea. I think, like, I really think that cropland should be on the list, but I think that establishing the infrastructure with something like a water wheel, that's going to be really smart. We're going to be ahead. We're going to be able to like bring water to whatever cropland we find. We've got, like a potential energy source. Like I think it's a good idea to do the water wheel. That is, I unvote for my own idea. So that's what I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my vote to water wheel as well.
Okay, it sounds like we are reaching a consensus that the water wheel is the first project we want to work on. So I will make note of that, and all of those other projects can fall later on the list of tasks. While you are away in the Ark, work will begin. And with that, let us now zoom in to our characters meeting up at the gate as planned. Bick, I believe you have some armor to give everybody.
I do. I have armor. I don't remember who did what. I think you all paid for it already. It was a really long night. But I have it all. And I kind of just toss a big sack of it all to the ground and say, find the thing that fits you. I think I got your measurements. I don't know. You are the people that I'm traveling out of the zone with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
That's
sent on a mission. We got a mission.
Yeah. I was
Thank
going to pay you in grub, I think.
Yeah, perfect. Yes.
You want that
Alright,
now?
alright.
You want it now or on the road?
Oh, like while we're traveling. Like,
Okay.
I don't carry much on me, so
Okay, sounds good.
I don't room because I have like all the scrap.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I have yours too. So like we're good. I got you. Just let me know.
Awesome. What's your name again?
I am Monaco.
Awesome. I didn't sleep.
It happened. You
Yeah.
were up late working on stuff. I get it. It's fine.
I didn't
Oh, yeah.
think that we would had to pay for these things.
I already gave you a bullet. I'm done.
Yeah.
We're good.
I remember that. Yes, little bullet and word man. Words. You were gonna give me words.
Oh, that's right. It was like
Yeah.
a story. Oh.
Road
yeah.
story. Let's go.
Go back to my den for a second. We will handle this later.
Mm.
No, I think we should handle it
Yeah.
right now. I think it's
Yeah, we're gonna
it's
hit the
morning.
road. You're gonna tell us the road story,
Right,
and then by the
little
time you've
road-
done the story,
Yeah,
we're gonna
little-
be there. It's just that's how time works.
Really quickly.
Yes.
I guess we could do it now as we're going, or it could have happened as I was meeting them to get the stuff.
Mhm.
But I would really love personally to perform again so I can get some more things for the road.
Sure.
Since it is a new day and a new session.
Yeah, go ahead and make that check for me then. Same deal as last time.
Yep. And I guess when it known that it would have been before I got there, because I would have just been like gathering our stuff, and anybody who hears me knows super happy that I'm singing with my voice, even though I don't think I can sing. And it was totally the Age of Aquarius that he's singing. Because Hair is one of the best musicals ever, even though it's not necessarily from Hair, it's still the best musical ever for him. But that's what he was singing. He just okay. Well, I got a roll to inspire.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I just gotta remember.
Empathy plus the number of
Yes,
dice
thank
in
you.
that skill. Every success equals, I think,
I gotta
a.
remember this for myself. Oh, I wrote notes for which color is what for me.
Good job.
attribute-
Nice.
Okay, I need this. All right, I need all of these and 2 of these. Yes. Show me potato salad. That is 2 successes, and ones
Okay.
don't matter right now.
Ones do not matter on this.
Okay. Then I had 1-1, but then 2-2. What are you? I got this color coded. All right, there we go. And then I roll, and then I can choose for every D6.
Yeah,
Wait.
for each success, you get 1d6 of
Yeah,
the
thank you.
resource that you're interested in.
Okay, so that should be 5 bullet and 3. I'm gonna do 5 and we have a lot of grub. I don't know how long we're gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much grub is probably not even a problem. You know what I'm saying?
I
Never
don't
have
know.
too much.
Yeah, I'm just thinking we'll having more bullets out there because these bullets are actual ammunition to use as well,
Yes.
not just currency. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Who has a gun?
Magically, the bullets work for every gun. It isn't how things work in real life,
Yeah.
but it's how they work in our fantasy land.
Convenience.
5 and 3, then let's
of us-
do.
Who of us does have a gun? Just
Six.
Yeah, I got a gun.
I do.
okay. Because I just
Well-
realized I don't.
Okay.
Forgot about that.
Do 6
All right, we have
bullets,
2 guns in the party.
And
Excellent.
I'm gonna do 6 bullets and 2 more rations. I think that'd
Okay.
be good.
I think we
Nice.
established we have a gun and a bow.
And I have brass
We
knuckles.
might find.
I have a slingshot.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. I'm the only one packing. Love it.
Wow.
Excellent. Okay, so
Okay. Anyway, sorry.
As you do this, you perform successfully. You get your tips from busking. Very good job. We'll flash forward to as you are preparing to go. Danny, Jojo, your friend, does stroll up.
Yes.
He's meeting you. He was able to get off of work, and so.
What's up, Jojo?
Hey, I just I'm here. So you told me to show up, so here I am. I got someone to cover my shift, so we're set for a couple of days.
Short little Danny sidles up to this tall himbo, and they do a complicated fist bump, handshake, hug, tap, knees, weird thing.
Yes. It's elaborate. It's wonderful. I don't know that there needs to be any kind of performance on this, but it's impressive. It is the kind of thing that you memorize in middle school with your friends because you think it makes you seem very cool, and it does.
So cool.
It does. But with this, unless there are any final preparations you want to make, we can leave the Ark now. The thing about leaving the Ark is it's technically forbidden. Hasn't stopped many of you from leaving before. But the key to that is you need to know the enforcer on duty, who's kind of keeping an eye on the wall at the time, and they'll let you out and they'll let you back in. But sometimes, depending on who it is, they might expect a little cut of whatever it is you're bringing back. So as you are heading towards the outer walls, the edge of the boat here, there's a little kind of rope ladder that runs down into the surrounding water. You see that on duty today, actually taking over Jojo's shift, is Cole, whom several of you recognize.
A ghost appears.
We lost Eryk.
Oh, that was actually sorry. I just saw that on Twitch. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I might clip that and make that
It's
again.
fun.
Anyway.
Great timing.
Yeah.
And as you approach, he turns and looks at the lot of you and goes, well, look who is looking for a favor from me today.
No, we have permission to leave, so we don't have to do anything. We can just leave.
No, you know that's not how it works.
Yes, it is.
I mean, technically, we are on assignment from the big guy, or the big they.
On assignment. Well, that's fine. Sure. Monaco, how those bullets coming along?
They're coming along all right, Cole. Remind me again what how many you're looking for?
Oh, with interest, compounding, I think we're looking at about 30 right now, aren't we?
Whoa.
What did you do?
Monaco's gonna bite the inside of her cheek and sort of kick a couple of rocks. She kind of looks. She's like, I'll tell you what. We're about to go out and we're gonna do some work. I got a good feeling about this gig. So let me do this. And she'll reach into her pocket and take out five bullets, and say, just kind of hold them out to Cole and say, take this. This is a gesture of I don't want to say goodwill because I'd be lying. Fuck you. But you know what? You can have those, and I'll work on the other 25.
Eric's gonna speak up, which is super uncharacteristic of Eryk. And he just goes, can we not do this now? We have to go. We can use those for the project that we have to do.
Monaco will actually listen to Eryk, and as she holds him out to Cole, she'll actually take him back and be like, you know what, my friend Eryk here, he's right. I need them more than you do right now. So why don't you piss off, and I will get you your bullets when I get you your bullets. And until then, just trust me on this, all right, man? Like, just can we just not do this right now? We're in the middle of something.
All right, you can do your thing. That's fine. It'll be 31 bullets when you get back.
It'll be 31.
Yep.
What if we come
you know
back
what?
with...
You know what? In Monaco, we'll just take one bullet and just like, you know, like when like Scrooge pings like at the little like street urchin. That's what Monaco will do. She'll like ping a bullet at Cole like he's a street urchin, and just be like, you know what? You just there's your one.
I want to catch that bullet.
Okay, if you're trying to catch it, I'm gonna make you make a move roll, Bick, and we'll see if you can get it before Cole does. So this is a contested roll. So go ahead and make your move roll, and I will make one for him. How many successes did you get?
Uno.
Okay. He also got one success. So I'm going to say that you were not able to leap in the way in time to intercept it. It arrives at its intended target. He catches it out of the air.
He catches it. I just kind of grab his wrist a little bit and pat him on the shoulder, and hands slide down, and I just tuck a little sheet of paper in his pocket. And it's something for his boss.
Nice.
That, you know, he knows.
Okay.
Like I kind of pat him. Like,
you're making this known to him?
He knows. Like, we've done this before. So I kind of like pat the pocket a bit. And I'm like, too fast for me.
Okay. Could you give me a manipulate check really quick?
Yeah.
That is
I'm way worse at that.
Manipulate is kind of
I'm good
the
at that. Never mind.
broader charisma-based check. It is the equivalent of a persuasion, deception performance
a success.
in the system. Okay. A success? Brilliant. There's a moment, he looks at you for a long moment, gives you the tiniest of nods. It's like, all right, get out of here. I never saw you.
Is it just me, or does it feel like you all have like a lot going on with that one person?
Oh, I didn't know they had problems with him too.
I don't even know who that is.
Listen, sometimes you get mixed up with the wrong type of people when you are always around the wrong type of people. So I don't know what else to tell you right now. I don't want to talk about it. So.
Or sometimes those people just like to be fucking assholes and you know make you annoy you just for existing.
Finch has just already started walking forward. Like, I'm like, I don't even know what any of this is.
Tell us more, Eryk. Let's get this story
Can we please
going.
get out of this arc first before we blow a gasket?
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna get into a jog.
I'm not talking.
All right. And with this, you venture away from the arc and into the zone. Now, significant with zone travel, you are going to need to rely on your party's stalker to help navigate. You do have a very good map that Eryk has helped with the sketch from Tula, overlaid over a map of New York City. It's still approximate, but you have a better idea of where you might be headed. It's a rough map. We can pull that up again if we want. Is a nice sketch of what they can expect along the journey. But so for you, Finch, the key here is going to be as you start to adventure out, what are you going to do to lead the party safely into the zone? You could, of course, try to do some scouting from either like a tall building or a perch of some sort to look out and kind of see what the path looks like. You could try to make a know the zone roll if it's an area that you have already explored, you could certainly do that. What do you think
I
makes the
think I
most
would
sense here?
do for this initial part where we've just left. I probably do know this area because I've gone out a lot to scout, so I do know the zone role for this.
Excellent. And I will say freely as you make the check, you're aware that there is not any immediate threat close to the zone.
I have 1 success.
1 success. All right. With that, in addition to knowing that, right, this immediate area is relatively safe, you can kind of point out as you get off the boat, you're initially in this kind of swampy area where water has kind of filled in spots of what used to be Brooklyn. So you're walking through like I would say thigh deep water for a little while. As you are trying to get to higher ground. As part of this, you can see these buildings, streets that used to be populated, where over time and of course catastrophe, they are now submerged underwater with some areas reclaimed by nature entirely. You can see some small sections where trees have started to grow in, those like swampy trees with knobby roots. And while there's not a whole lot of wildlife here immediately, there's a couple of insects buzzing around in the swamp.
Okay, so we're just gonna go for it. Don't touch anything weird. Don't eat anything weird, and just follow me. Try not to leave the path because you might get eaten or injured or step in something bad.
What kind of stuff might we step in? Just so that we know what.
Just follow me. I'm not going to explain the entire world to you right now.
Okay.
As you traverse this area in the zone, can you give me a move check, Finch, to see how quickly you are able to guide the party through this section of the map?
Could I inspire them?
You absolutely may.
And I always have it ready, and then it always just goes away. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. I guess need to roll my inspire, and then blah blah blah. Gotcha. Great. I'm seeking to help. And I will say, you will see a little. He has his little books and stuff, but you see one specific book that he always has, a little small book, and he has little scraps of paper in it. And he reads it. And he says, "I wrote something. They called these haiku, but I don't know if that's what it's still called. This is for you, Finch. An ode to Tula. Sorry, I'm better than you. XOXO, Finch."
What the hell?
That is my inspiration.
I mean, these are all true words. I appreciate it.
That was
So
really
would I
good.
go with inspiration and extra dice? Or-
Any successes that Eryk rolls will be
Okay.
successes applied to your check.
That is 2 successes for you.
Wow. So I have 1, so that's 3 total.
3 total. So, with a success, you've got some stunt points here that you can use. Anytime you have more than 1 success, you get stunt points. We can use those to traverse the area much faster, or, and this might be appealing here, you can use that to find artifacts and resources, things that are hidden in this sector of the map.
Michelle wants artifacts. Finch wants to go fast, so we'll go fast.
Okay. You are able.
We got 2 different pushes. Can one be faster and one an artifact?
Right, you could do
Oh, okay.
one way and then one the other, right? You got 2 points to spend.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, would you then please roll for me 3d6s, Michelle?
Okay. 2, 2, 3.
2, 2, 3. Thank you. All righty. Let me pull that up.
I hope we find a car.
That would be
Like a
something,
fast-
wouldn't it?
like a fast griffin or something, you know.
Yeah.
A card's something you can find.
It
Uh,
is, yeah.
What? That's funny.
When I was making, so Gira gets to start with one artifact, and the first one I rolled was a card, and I was just like, well, you can't start with a card. So I rolled again. I got a hockey helmet. So I have a hockey helmet, but
Cool.
I love that.
As you are traveling through this kind of area, making your way to solid ground, you see something. It catches your eye in the kind of murky water. It is brightly painted, and as you reach out and pick it up from the water, you see you have a painted wooden horse. It is painted bright colors, like reds with highlights. It is for your Googling purposes called a Dala horse, D-A-L-A. Is a kind of a traditional wooden thing. Very cute. It is.
wow.
So you find it, you pick it up, and then you keep moving because you're moving fast with that extra stunt point. You're traversing quickly.
I like attach it to my weird hoodie thing, my poncho, and so it's like on my shoulder.
Do artifacts like do anything, or is it just like flavor cute shit that you just find?
So scrap could be potentially useful to someone like Bick for creating things, but
Okay.
they're also like could be sentimental value. Some of them are really cool. Some of them may have practical uses. Finch, you recall one time you found a nice knife that you were able to sell for a decent amount.
Yeah,
now
there's
it's
a historical value too.
Oh.
well, mine's a shoulder pet now, so that's what it is to me. You guys can have it.
I love that.
I wonder if like animals like that back in the before times, like did they have like special powers? Like that thing looks like it would, I don't know, breathe fire or be like really loud.
Well, in the books that I keep and we could have kept in the library, they talk about really cool mythological creatures from the past.
Oh yeah, what do those books say about coal? I didn't forget. You still owe me.
Keep walking.
Also, Monaco is gonna lean over and like while they're walking and whisper to Eryk and be like, "Oh, so don't any of your history books say that maybe we should check inside that thing?" I'm just saying, and then she laughs to herself.
And he has to take a moment because he's been so focused on like theatrical stuff. He wasn't thinking about film stuff. And then he thought about film stuff. And then he thought about that one called Trojan. Oh, I get it.
And then Monaco will wink and be like, "Yeah, I know we'll know a little bit about the world." And then just like keep walking like casually.
After about an hour of walking, you are successfully out of this swampy area, and you come to a place that you've never been before, Finch. You've traveled other ways around this place, whether it's north or south of here, but you haven't ever walked through this particular patch, and you would know it because you see right here a giant patch of looks like grass, green vegetation. One of the unique things about this place after the apocalypse, after everything ended, is that a lot of nature has really started to reclaim this area, which was previously nothing but cement. And you can see all these collapsed buildings, but you come to a space that seems like it was never even touched. And this field of grass, actually, could you give me a scout check, Finch?
Okay. 1 + 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0 successes.
Do you have any failures?
1.
If you would like to push your roll to get a success, any ones will count as, in this case, would be fatigue. You don't have to do that. but you could if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't want to. It's too early for this. Too early for this. Okay, I take 1 fatigue.
Okay, so anything that isn't that one, re-roll and see
Yeah.
how many successes you get.
You might end up with more ones, which
You
will give
could
more
end up with
fatigue.
more fatigue.
Wait, when you push, that original one becomes a fatigue, or you just don't worry about it?
It stays as a 1 technically. Like you don't re-roll it.
Oh,
So I mean, you can
okay.
apply it right now.
That
but
makes
yeah.
more sense.
You,
Gotcha.
you can't re-roll a success or a failure.
Gotcha.
So I didn't get any more failures, but I did not get any more successes.
Okay. So fair
fine.
enough. You take the 1 point of fatigue. You also get an extra mutation point
Oh, right.
added to the amount that you all get at the start of the session. You look at this and you see that this grass is kind of waving and blowing as if affected by the wind. It's kind of tall. I would say waist-high grass at this point. But it's there.
Monaco, maybe this is a good place for you to start your crop thing.
Yeah, I mean, this could be pretty well idea, but I'm just gonna say, I don't get out of the arc much, but that's a lot of tall grass, and we don't know what could be hiding in it. So let's just walk careful, try not to make a lot of noise. You know what I mean?
I mean, I could just like throw something in there.
I mean, can we
that-
go around
Ooh.
maybe?
I could just-
Eryk? Yeah.
I probably can help. But
Okay.
What do we
it-
got here?
It might accidentally get loud, but it would be useful.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. He'll like step forward, and you can anybody who just knows how to read people can see that this is like the equivalent of like stage fright. You see him like start to like rub his throat as he like walks forward. He like looks around and he opens his mouth a little wider than it typically normally should be able to go. And as he looks, you just hear come out of him something to the effect of, and as he does that, it almost just reverberates. As I'm going to use one of my sonar mutations to sense my surroundings and effectively see in total darkness for a few minutes.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna burn it all down.
As part of this, could you also please give me a check as you use your mutation, just to make sure it's one die, 1d6, just to make sure that nothing happens.
That makes me scared.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
What did you roll? A 1.
Oh,
As this happens,
Of course. And it's a pretty die, too. It's so pretty.
Always the
But
pretty one.
Yeah.
as this happens, it has the desired effect, but this is what's called a misfire. So the effect happens. You are going to take 1 permanent point of damage. You can choose which of your 4 attributes you would like that to be applied to. And you develop a new mutation. Please roll a d6 for me.
Ooh.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, that's
right?
cool.
Wait, what was the first thing I do is I put a permanent damage in what?
One of your attributes. So a permanent damage, a permanent fatigue, a permanent confusion, a permanent doubt.
Oh, that sucks. It's not lessening the number. It's just a permanent damage. It's always going to be there. I'll do damage.
Yeah, the damage technically, like what it does is that it does make that number smaller. So like I have 3 wits thing, so I roll 3 less wits dice when I make one of those rolls. So like it'll be basically kind of be the equivalent of -1 die to whatever.
Gotcha. So if I ever did a strength thing, I would minus a 1 now.
Exactly.
Which
Yeah.
would make it just a 0 in strength, essentially.
Basically,
I think.
Not literally a
Equal
0. I won't. Yeah, I won't have a 0, but yeah.
Yeah. So like I think that if your your damage, whatever the damage tracks are, if it equals the attribute that you have, you are broken. So you want to make sure it doesn't equal the attribute you attach it to.
Dang it! Then I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'll do. I want to keep my 4. I'm gonna do wits. So now I have a permanent confusion.
Okay.
I can't believe this. So you say you roll 2d6, right?
2d6, please.
You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
First is a 4.
Second is a 3.
Please re-roll. Because you rolled the same one that you already have.
That's actually hilarious.
Extra sonar, so strong.
5,
Okay.
4.
Okay. That is. I'm going to go to the nearest one in the interest of time, so we're not rolling for forever. You now have the tracker mutation.
What?
Cool.
What?
What does that do?
I'm expecting this. Okay.
Well, if you go on to your Demiplane next, the mutation section, just type in like TR and boom, tracker's gonna appear right there for you in that list.
I've
like
got
how
the
you
table
came up
pulled
with
up,
this.
and I can just click it, and it's very nice.
That's true. It's even handier.
It's called.
As
it's
you-
called tracker. Tracker. I see it.
Yes. I'll give you a moment to get that put together
I got it.
on your character sheet and however you want to keep an eye on it. But I'll describe what happens as your powers run amok. You sing out these notes, and it is booming and loud. Everyone else, you're not targeted by the ability, but you can still hear that it is loud. You might be compelled to cover your ears even. But there is this effect as it kind of blasts out. You see the grass is like impacted as if it is being affected by this massive force exerted from your body. And you spot some things like debris along the ground in the grass pushed away from you, but there does not seem to be anything that is alive. There's no critters or anything in the grass.
Okay.
And then the grass resumes its normal waving kind of stance.
Oh,
That was,
cool.
Okay.
yeah.
You could tell that like he's like disoriented for a second, and he keeps like touching his nose, like something just feels off. And you just did it work? I think I didn't. Nothing's really there. I don't think, but
Cool.
yeah.
So through.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I lead the way through the tall grass, and nothing bad's gonna happen to us.
All right. As you move forward and make your way into the grass, Finch. Eryk. Monaco.
No, thank you.
Why is he rolling? Don't like this
No.
at all.
Bick.
Don't worry, it's just Pokemon. It's fine.
Not Dick.
One of us has to survive. Okay, bye. Goodbye.
And Jonah.
Tell our story.
So not Danny. Danny, you are the only person. As everyone starts to walk in, there's a moment you have 5-10 seconds where you're walking forward, and then you start to feel these strands of grass tangle around your feet, around your legs, grappling you. And Danny, as this happens, you feel it, but are maybe in the path where other people have walked, and so are not actively being grappled at this moment. Everyone else is actively being grappled. You all take a point of damage from acid. So if you have something that would let you resist acid damage, that applies here.
I'm assuming this does not include. Does this not mean something was just snuck up on us? Correct.
Nothing has snuck up on you. You are being attacked by the grass itself.
That's evil.
Oh crap!
Can I blow fire on it?
What let's do at this point is let's roll initiative to see what happens until we have an order for everything.
Sounds
So-
good.
The way this works, you just roll a d6. There's no modifiers unless you have an ability that lets you modify it. I don't think anyone in our party does.
2.
4.
I got a 5.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go descending order. So a 6 would go first. I don't think anyone has a 6. And I'll just call out the numbers as we go. There's
I'll
no
type it here,
6s.
too, for ease.
Great. So we've got. Great. Thank you. But Monaco, I believe you are up first with a 5, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
It's got a 2 or 3.
Oh boy.
So what did you say, Omega?
Yeah, I said Finch got a 2 or a 3.
A 2.
I thought so. I just wanted to make sure. Great.
Sorry, yeah.
Is the grass like physically holding us? Or
At this point,
is
it
like-
is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is grappling you. You would have to make a check of some type in order to break free of its grasp.
Okay. I would like to, and you'll probably have to life coach me through rolling this. But I would like to pull my scrap knife and
Mhm.
try and just kind of like cut myself free.
Okay, so let's make a force skill check, and
Oh,
you can also add the bonus to your that your scrap knife provides
Okay.
to gear
Okay.
dice as you make the check.
Okay, so that is going to be, I'm going to do it right. Here I go.
Yeah.
I'm so good at this. Okay, I'm going to do, sorry, I'm so slow at it. 1, 2, and then the scrap knife is there, and then, yeah, okay. I think that's it. Nothing happened.
No successes?
No.
Do you have any failures at this point?
No, it was just a bunch of 3s.
If
3s
you
and 4s.
want to push the roll, you could, and mechanically, right, you could succeed, but you
Okay.
could also, potentially take some. It would be damage related here because it's a strength check.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to push.
Okay, so re-roll all of those dice
Okay.
since you didn't have any 6s or 1s.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2. Whoops, not 9, just 1. Roll. I got a success and a failure.
Okay, so you will take an additional damage as you're breaking free, but you are now free.
Yeah.
And make sure you remember your additional mutation point. Good point of order in our game chat. If you would like to use your armor to negate the 1 acid damage you took, you need to roll your armor modifier for that. The number of dice that you have in your armor pool, roll that. Successes negate damage.
I got ones like this.
Awesome.
Same.
And then since it's just 1 point of damage, failures won't cause it to be broken any so long as you get a success.
Great.
I also succeeded.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Somehow
Great.
my hockey helmet protected my leg.
It's an incredible thing.
You know what?
Um,
I'm not wearing it right now, so I probably just whack it.
Hey, that's fair. So, Monaco, you break free from this. You're able to step back out of the grass. You and Danny are the only 2 unaffected right now. At this point, Jonats is also going to go. He also rolled a 5, and so for him, I've got some successes. Couple of successes, and so with 2 successes, actually, he is going to push himself away, break away from this, and then also help someone else and is going to look over, seeing Eryk wrapped up in this grass, is going to use his second success, a stunt point, to pull you out of the grass as well.
Thank you, my angel of music.
That brings us then, Danny, would you like to take a help action of any sort?
Oh, I definitely want to help whoever I can, who's closest to me.
I think you can choose right now between Bick or Finch. They're kind of equivalent. So whatever is your preference.
You
Can
can
I tell?
see like building up of like fire at my mouth.
Okay, you're about to do something. So I'm gonna go over and help Finch. Yeah.
Help. I'm small. I have like no strength. Help.
I come
Excellent.
right over to you and I'm like, okay, we're gonna get you out of this. Don't worry. Stay calm. Stay calm. Okay. Don't freak out. It's
So-
all fine.
Fine. It just it sucks.
It's gonna be okay.
I'm just laying there like limp.
The way that this will work, Finch, you'll make your force check, and you will get 2 additional dice to your pool
Okay.
from Danny's help.
Do I roll it now? Is that
Yes.
My turn. Okay.
Well, we'll do it now because you're next up in the order, anyways.
1 success.
Vic is next, actually.
You're right.
Oh.
I looked at the order wrong. We'll take the
Fine.
1 success. You pull out of the way simultaneously as Bick. You're working on something here. Tell me what you're up to.
I want to use my fire breath because these are plants. My mortal enemy, basically. And so the fire just builds up. So it is like they basically spew flammable gases. They basically burp, and then I light it on fire. And I can do damage equals the number of mutation points that I spend.
Yes, you can.
So I don't know how tough this grass is. How tough these tufts are, but I'm gonna go ahead and spend 3 mutation points.
Okay.
and
Jesus.
3 damage of fiery death, because I don't like being grabbed.
Yeah. Okay. As you do that, I think I need you to make a roll as you use your mutation.
Yeah. Jeez. I also got a 1.
Okay. Great. That's very exciting. The exact same thing happens to you. And for the record, right, when you roll the one, I'm rolling a die on the side to determine the effect of the misfire. So there's 2 dice being rolled here, and I've rolled the same number for both Eryk and Bick.
Oh, good.
So
Rip.
your powers run amok. You're going to suffer a point of permanent trauma.
I took it
I'll
to
let you-
agility.
Excellent. At the same time, you develop a new mutation. So you're going to do 3 points of fire damage to this grass, but please simultaneously roll 2d6 for me.
33 or 33.
Oh, this is interesting. I'm actually going to have you re-roll that.
Yeah. I will. 4, 5.
4, 5. Sprinter.
Ooh.
Perfect. All right, so add the sprinter mutation to your character sheet. You are still grappled, technically, because you have not made a check to break free from that grapple, but you've dealt some damage to the surrounding grass. It is scorched in some areas, but still seems, by and large, unaffected.
What kind of grass is this? I'm trying to get more up, but like it's not coming. I'm like, it's making my legs feel weird.
And that, I believe, brings us to your turn now, Eryk.
The fire did nothing?
Oh, it did damage. But Bick is still grappled because that fire did not necessarily... they didn't want to breathe fire on themselves, so they didn't breathe at the grass that's grappling them.
Oh, yeah.
But the
that's
fire seems to
sad.
be effective. There's just more of it.
Just as a point of order, She's covered in burns. They do not have any qualms about lighting themselves on fire.
Oh, would you like to light yourself on fire then?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I very much imagine like she was like, I don't know how to deal with this except for to blow fire on my leg. That's how you solve this problem.
Yeah, you'll take a
Hammer,
point of fire
nail.
damage then.
I'm okay with that.
But you're no longer grappled. I'll give you. You're no longer grappled, but there you go.
So, is anybody else still grappled right now?
I think I am.
You broke free. You broke
Okay.
free.
Okay.
Everyone is free of the grass. Would you like to end initiative here, leave combat, not go back into the grass?
I don't think any of us.
I feel like we should leave. We should leave.
Yeah.
We should kill the grass.
No, I
Why
think
would
we could just leave.
I mean, maybe just avoid it. Yeah.
Yeah, the grass can
It's
do what
just
it
this
wants.
one patch area that there's different grass, like taller grass.
And just so I know, my sonar did not detect that these things had more sentience than we thought.
Yes, these are basically carnivorous plants, but
Just
not
plants.
quite the same thing in terms of like a sentient being.
Fair,
It's
okay.
just angry grass.
Great. No, I will specifically. You will see Eryk get specifically get away from the grass. Like, okay.
That really sucked. I pull out the map that Tula had drawn for us, and I draw in a little like the grass, and I just write "stupid eating grass," and I pull it back up.
Okay.
So this map was not super accurate, of course, 'cause Tula sucks.
She does.
Maybe
That's what we've heard.
she was hoping that you would get eaten by this grass.
It
Maybe
sounds-
they're working together, and that's why we should kill the grass. Am I
it's
the
a lot of
only one that
effort.
thinks we should kill this grass?
I mean, if
point
you
of-
want to do it by yourself, I'm not gonna help you though.
If I could breathe fire like you do and just kill the grass like that, I would do it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can't do anything super cool. And then I take the second right here I'm gonna spend a mutation point to heal Bick for 1 damage.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for this somehow? Or do I just do it? Just
Are
so
you
every-
doing
and-
this with how are you healing here?
Well, I have Insectoid, and
Yeah.
the third thing listed says quickly heal light wounds. Every MP spent heals 1 point of damage.
Brilliant. Okay, so you're using this as your mutation ability. So you can absolutely do that. You will still need to make a roll of a d6 to activate your mutation, but it will just automatically happen.
Yeah, just don't roll a 1 like me and
Okay, just rolled a nothing.
CB did.
Great. You're fine. Nothing happens. But you do successfully heal Bick's wound. What
So
does
you
this look like?
I was gonna say it's not great. So I do this weird thing where I sort of like unhinge my jaw, and you
Wah!
see like it looks like it could be a tongue or like one of those insect like feeler tendril things, and it sort of like rolls out. It's super fucking long, and it where's your injury at, Bick?
On my leg where I blew fire on it.
Incredible, and you just feel like a bunch of little like bristles secreting
Ugh.
something kind of brush against it up and down, and then it kind of goes right back into my mouth.
I can't decide if I hated that or I liked it.
I mean, if you're better, you should probably just either like it or not talk about it ever again.
Deal.
Phenomenal. You survived your first encounter. You haven't died yet.
We beat
Oh,
the
God.
grass.
Even the grass is deadly in Mutant Year Zero. It's very fun. As you traverse around the grass, Finch at the helm, you will start to make your way into this next sector on the map. There's, they take a couple hours to traverse each one, but there's different sections of the map. And Finch, you would know that the dangerous thing about going to uncharted sectors is you don't know how much rot there is. A quick reminder that rot is the term that we use for radiation. It is the bad stuff that happens to you when you're out in the zone for too long.
Over-radiated mashed potatoes. I'm sorry.
What?
Sorry. If you get it, you get it. Thank you.
I'm gonna put on my rot suit, which is mostly just like old recycling bags that were recovered, and then that's all like tied in with duct tape. So I'm like bright blue at this point.
Phenomenal. Finch, would you like to, as you're getting to this next sector in the zone, do something to try to scout it out? What sort of angle would you like to take there?
I guess I would scout to make sure we're going through a safe area. I don't see the water yet, do we? We're not that far on the map.
No, you're not that far yet. You would guess that you are either a third to a half of the way there, but hard to say exactly.
Shoot. Okay, doing good, everybody. No successes, 1 failure.
Okay. Do you want to take the failed roll, or would you like to push it and try to succeed?
I'm gonna. This is under what's.
Wait, you got no successes?
No successes, 1 failure.
Oh, I thought you had 1 success. Could I potentially inspire them then?
I will.
Or is it reactionary? I don't know. I don't know how many times. It doesn't say that you can't inspire. I just need to know when and how. I don't want it to feel like guidance in another TTRPG.
Yeah. I will say. So generally speaking, you need to say it before it happens.
Okay.
Because you are using the map that Eryk helped yesterday, I will let us have an inspire specifically because you're using the map.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely declare before. I just don't want to always be like, I'm inspiring, because I don't know if that's actually helpful. But okay. Then
Is it just me, or is this game a lot harder this session than it was last session?
yes, it is.
You didn't like roll anything last time.
It's the audacity
That's
for me. Sorry, I need to check one quick thing to make sure I'm not being wrong. Where are you? Where? Chronicler. I'm sorry. Shout out to Sirenscape for the awesome things that we you need to be the help action, conflict fail. If your fail rolls, so you get in the way. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to make sure that my ones don't matter unless I decide to push to inspire.
Right.
I'm just getting worried about that. Oh Jesus. How would you like 3 successes?
Ooh.
Yes, please.
There
So
you
do
go.
I not need to take that confusion then? I'm okay.
You would only take it if you were pushing the roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Since you have those extra successes at your disposal, you don't need to push it.
Okay.
So you would only ever take that if you pushed it.
Right.
Thanks, Eryk.
Eryk, how do you inspire me?
Oh, I'm just like, I'm doing the thing that I shouldn't be. Well, you actually noticed that as you're walking, I'm like walking right behind you. Like being like, the kid from Hey Arnold who would always just be behind Helga
Yeah.
for a moment. It's not really that creepy, but it's definitely like, why is he just there? You notice me continuously sniffing, but then I go, that map, this should coordinate with that landmark, I believe, and that should go with that rock, or is that a boat? I don't know. And I'm just like making sense of the map that I created, since I know the history behind it versus just what they look like. That's how I'm inspiring.
Okay.
Oh, but if I'm
Okay.
doing that thing where in the past they called it backseat driving, I will step away.
No, generally I wouldn't want help, but you're okay, Eryk. I think I like you the most now.
Okay.
They went from like a 0 to a 1.
Helping with navigation a little bit, Eryk points out a landmark. It's an old rickety metal sign that actually reads the Greenwood Cemetery. And you are able to get a better sense of your bearings here with Scout. You have 3 successes. So 2 of those can be used for stunt points to, again, find resources, move faster, anything that you would like. Is there any, how would you like to use those stunt points?
Oh, I guess I pick again. How about let's look for artifacts this time since I kind of skipped over it last time.
Okay,
I got my
yeah.
cool horse, and no one got anything else.
Yeah. Okay, so we're looking for artifacts. Love that. Let's go ahead and I'll have you. I'll roll for this. I'll roll for this. You find first a red plastic container. And it's got a little nozzle on it, and when you pick it up, shake it, and realize that there's some liquid in here. This is a very large thing, and if you were to open it and sniff it, it would smell not good. It smells acrid. You might recognize this as the scent of gasoline.
This is trash. Somebody want it?
Smells kind of like what comes out of me.
You want more of it?
Hold up.
I imagine I probably shouldn't keep it near me because this stuff lights on fire. And if that stuff also lights on fire, I'm not the one who should be handling it.
Could be useful though. Yeah, someone should hold on to it.
Yeah, so Monaco's gonna start like looking around. And do you mind if I look at that real quick? Can I look at the
You can have it. I don't want to carry it. It's too big for me.
You want to smell my breath to compare?
Nah, I'm good on that.
Okay.
I would like to open the can and look at the liquid inside and like try and see like what color it is.
It is a kind of brownish liquid.
Okay, so I might just be being way extra about this.
This is why I love Kate.
But right?
That's why I love Kate in TTRPG. When she goes there, it's like, all right, here we go. Here we go.
Well,
It's about to be a ride in a good way.
All right. Well, because here's the thing. Monaco's going to start looking real uncomfortable. Monaco's going to start like looking around, and she's going to look at the rest of the group and say, this shouldn't be here. This shit goes bad in like 6 months. Like nobody uses this because it all went bad after everything went down. It only lasts for like 3 months. So like, why would this even be here unless there's some? And she's just gonna get like real like,
maybe it did go bad and it's just chilling.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell, you know, like if it's bad. I mean, usually it smells kind of sour, and it's, you know, like dark. It turns like dark liquid, but I don't know. It's hard to tell with this can, but you know, it's weird to find something like this here. I'm just worried that somebody's got some kind of setup and they got interrupted out here. I might be being paranoid. Full disclosure, again, I don't get out of the Ark much, but I'm just saying that's a weird thing to just find when all of it went bad. So
if somebody has something set up here, and they have stuff like that seems like, you know, like my stuff, kind of like lights on fire, then it seems like the kind of stuff that we would want to go and take, because we can definitely make a good something out of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if this is like good, this is like Monaco, like
gold.
Real serious. Like she'll be. This could be a big deal for the Ark.
For us.
But I honestly don't really know how to tell if it's good or not.
Well, maybe we'll find someone. And I take a little piece of string like off of my jacket and I tie it around the canister, and I sort of like drape it over Monica's neck. I'm like, yours now, your mystery.
Yeah, I mean, let's just take it with us, you know. And if worst comes to worst, I mean, we can always well, you shoot fire, so we can. I mean, we can just get weird with it, you know. And Monaco,
I
slap Deb on the
breathe
shoulder.
a combustible gas, which, on contact with the stuff in the air, probably dust or bugs. I don't understand air. It explodes.
Well,
Okay.
air is comprised of particles. There are different.
Yeah, particles, bugs. That's what I said.
Yeah. Well,
Alright.
you know, like let's just take it with us. You never know. Maybe somebody's got, you know, like I said, maybe somebody got interrupted out here or something. But I'm just saying, this is liquid gold in our
Well-
type of situation. So we should.
I'm glad we found it and
We
not
should
someone
get-
else that would be against our arc.
Yeah, bingo.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, hey, good finds.
Finch, the second thing that you find
Oh boy.
is
There's a whole
I forgot.
A car.
I love how much of a rabbit hole.
Oh my
in
god, if we find a
everything.
car now.
The second thing you find is kind of under a little bit of rubble and debris, so be easy to miss. But you've got
Car.
keen eyes. You
Behind door
spot
number
it.
2.
Is a red can about the size of your hand with squiggly white text on it. If you hold the can close to your ear, you think you can very faintly hear like a little bit of like fizzing.
Does it have a pull tab on top?
It absolutely does.
Oh,
This is mine.
You might be familiar with things like this because you've heard that there are beverages from the old world that, if you consume them, help with damage sometimes. They give you boosts of energy.
Does it give you wings?
This does not give you wings. That we're not gonna go down that road, and two, it is a red can with white text. That is the extent of copyright that we will get close to.
I'm like going through the different brands. Like, what is this?
This is a drink. If anybody else wants this, I was gonna take it, but I figure I already got horse. His name is Tom. Anyway, does anyone want this?
I mean, yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, I
just
have like no food, or I have nothing, but I have almost nothing on me. So I mean, once I use up, my favors.
Okay, yours. It's yours, I guess.
All right. And you traverse farther into the zone. It is getting into early afternoon at this point. You took a little bit of time traversing around the grass, and a little bit of time prior to that moving through the swampy area. So as you are advancing now, moving forward, you are going through this area that's much more. You can see the remains of civilization, where there are still streets. They're not in good condition. They've fallen into disrepair with what we would now know as potholes. There's plants that are kind of growing up through the cracks. Buildings are covered in vines. Trees have sprung up in the most unexpected of places. But it is about another hour or so of travel walking through this area when you come across kind of an interesting looking building that has a bunch of different things all in one area. Something... How to describe it? There's like one very large building, and some of the walls have been broken in, but you can see there's like different like vestibules inside this building. And so there'll be like one thing here, you can see like tattered clothing in this one. And the next one, you can see like bits of odds and ends, like scrap pieces that don't really have much value except possibly to Bick. And then, the next building over, or the next vestibule over in the same building is kind of this unique place with like things that resemble tables and chairs, but have kind of fallen apart.
Oh, zero hesitation, zero self-preservation. I see piles of scrap. I go over there and I start just as much as I can fit in my bag, which is probably about half full still. I just start getting any good pieces of scrap. I'll even trade out some of my less good pieces of scrap for better scrap.
A lot of this isn't terribly useful. Fabric has kind of been frayed and torn apart. There are bits of this scrap that's left that you think are salvageable. I'll let you go ahead and roll 3d6 for me. Add the numbers to give me a 3-digit number.
Sure.
While Bick is doing this, I'm going to whistle to myself. It's going to be the same kind of 4 note that I did earlier, just a little quieter because now I'm a little, not scared, but like we're in like an actual area. And I'm going to sense the surroundings again to really make sure that nothing is hiding around corners. Because that does look like a trap. He doesn't know about the gas can, but just scrap outside, he's just worried about that.
Who would just leave scrap out of here? It's perfectly good scrap.
It's scrap.
Losers. 12.
12.
Yeah.
On 3 dice?
I need to.
On 3 dice, I got a 6, a 4, and a 2.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking for a 3-digit number. I got you.
Oh, sorry. No, okay. My bad.
I got you.
I thought you said add them
642.
together. 642.
642. I've got it. You find it is this interesting. It's almost shaped like a box. It's white in color. There seem to be like buttons on it, and you see this strange X carved on the side of the box.
Is the X like you said carved in or
Carved is a weird word. It's like built into the metal frame of the box.
Cool. Yeah, I'm poking all over this thing. I'm
It's some kind of piece of electronic.
I can totally use this for parts. Whoop.
On that check, Eryk, did you make a D6 roll to activate?
I did. A 4.
Excellent, great. So as you do that, you get a little bit of a ping. Does it say what like distance you can detect things at?
Does not say a distance actually, but let
Okay.
me go look quickly at one thing just to confirm for you. It says, since your surroundings and effectively see in total darkness for a few minutes, it does not have a range where the other things does, which tells me it doesn't have a range.
Okay. We'll say that you feel pretty confident that there's nothing within, like 20 or 30 yards. You can't say beyond that.
I don't like that. Eryk just says, okay, cool. just watch it. Doesn't really need to relay that no one's there because no one thinks anyone's there yet. But just okay. You got. Are we still? And he like looked at the map. Are we heading in the right direction? I think we are.
I was just gonna ask you that.
Yeah, I'm. Danny comes over to the map and says, "Did we already pass these the ghouls already, or is that where we are now?"
Well, technically, we had to leave the boat, and then there's like the stick people with the spears, but we forgot what those mean. I don't think we passed the ghouls yet because we haven't passed anybody with sticks.
Yeah.
The stick people are kind of far off.
Well, they just said they're like down, but we will be closer to the ghouls, maybe.
Yeah.
So technically, on the road, on the travel, the first thing we will find is are ghouls.
Yeah.
But but yeah, we should yeah.
For
Okay.
those of you who are kind of skilled at navigation, you feel like if you were to come across the stick people, you're in about the right area for that.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, Ford said that ghouls exist. Apparently, they're not made up. So that's a whole thing I learned today, yesterday, I guess. But I think they're just people, really scary people, who maybe they're like us, but they're just meaner.
You know what I don't like? I don't like people who I can't make a deal with, who can't be reasoned with. That's what I don't like.
I mean,
So maybe let's go. Let's get through this area.
Danny's right. I think this is, and Monaco will like gesture. This is fun, but there's a lot of stuff here, and you never know who's looking for scraps. So, Danny's right. Let's keep moving.
Yeah. As much as I would love to rummage through this stuff and see if there's something I could sell, I don't know. I'm getting vibes in this area. I don't know. Can I actually do a sense emotion? Well, I know there's no one besides us in the area, but can I just do it generally for the area? Sense emotion?
I would let you make a know the zone roll if you're looking to get a feel for like, is this a trap or is this a dangerous area? If I'm understanding your intention correctly.
Yes, that works. We could do that. What I originally wanted to do was, if there's someone lurking that we haven't seen or detected, I wanted to see if I can pick up emotions of that person. But I'm thinking like literally like Star Trek empathy roll.
Right.
This is not that.
Yeah, you don't necessarily, since you don't know if they are there or not, it's going to be hard to read emotion.
Right.
But I will let you make a know the zone check.
Could I
Star Trek.
help by rolling a scout roll at the same time? And like, so like Danny
Sure.
like knowing the zone and I'm like looking around like.
Sure.
know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can totally do that.
Then yes, I would like to do the know the zone to see
Great.
if this is a trap or if there's any pitfalls around here.
Great. And I mean, as you're doing this, you look around, Jojo kind of sidles up next. She goes, I don't like the look of this place. It's too many ways for someone to get up on you.
Exactly. There's lots of places to hide, to sneak up from, to lurk,
Also,
all
I got
those things.
one success. I'm so sorry to interrupt.
One success, Monaco. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for that help. So now I do okay, so know the zone is wits. Ooh, I'm good at wits. Danny street smart. So wits 1, 2, 3, 4, and then know the zone is 1. All right. So I got okay. Wait, this one.
That
Wolverine is a fail.
This is Wolverine, and it's bad. I got one of
Okay.
those,
Chunky one is a good.
and I
Okay,
also
so-
got a 1 on a die.
Okay, so that would probably be on your skill die where 1 doesn't mean anything. But you
Okay.
got a failure. Any successes?
No successes.
No successes.
Well,
So,
just the 1 from the help.
sure. So we'll as that scout roll, kind of Monaco, as you're looking around, you're kind of maybe picking out some spots that would be good hiding places in this area. But you have a hard time, Danny, sensing whether or not this is a trap, unless you want to push the roll.
Danny hasn't done a lot yet on this trip, so yeah, she's gonna push the roll.
Okay, so you can
Push it.
re-roll everything except for that one failure.
Do I just click push on this online? roll?
On the digital roller, yeah, you can just hit the push button.
Okay. No. Same 1 slashy,
Okay.
but then a bunch of nothing.
Okay, so you don't get any successes, but you only take the one confusion, since it's associated with wits. And what this looks like really is just as you're looking around, you're trying to figure out if there's anyone who's laid a trap here, if there's going to be an ambush, and doing so, your just mind is racing, and you find it very hard to concentrate on things right now because you're just so preoccupied mentally. And so as this is going on, you have a hard time sensing if there's going to be any kind of trap sprung on you. What is the consensus with the group in terms of sticking around, grabbing some more goodies, or moving on?
I would like to leave. What's everyone else's vote?
Yeah.
Big is like nonstop going through scrap. So until somebody forces them to get up and go, they are just loving this. This is heaven for Big.
We should keep going.
Wait, what? You sure? I mean, there's so
more
much
stuff this
stuff
way.
here.
There's more stuff.
We could get all this stuff and bring it back and then go get the food. Oh, we'd be heroes.
Okay, but we should go.
Yeah, we have a job to do, and we can't carry all this stuff with us on the job.
I mean, I can carry quite a bit, but you know what? I think I could be convinced to hit the road again if Eryk will pay me back for the armor and tell us the tale of Cole.
Fine. It's not really a tale. It's more of a I don't know. It's not a feel-good moment. He doesn't think that the things that I do matter because they aren't based in being a physical muscle head, and every chance he gets, he likes to destroy some of the things that I have curated, and that has been my life since I've gotten here. So that's really the story. I just don't like him.
Oh yeah, I was like with him in the first half, but then he like destroyed stuff unnecessarily.
Yeah, and he burns it too, so you can see how I feel about that.
That's a bummer. I was hoping for maybe like something more.
No, not everything is happy-go-lucky in this place. I just want to.
Well, not like happy, but like like juicy gossip and not like,
no,
oh man,
not
that's
gossip.
That's rough. Buddy.
It's fuel you can use against me if you want someone to go pick on me or something. Tell them to go destroy my stuff, and I'll probably do it. That's what you get. That's that. I'm not strong, so what do I do?
Monaco, is your story any better?
Man, Monaco will look at Eryk and say, first off, if anybody tries to fuck your shit up from now on, tell them to come to me first. And then Monaco will like unnecessarily flex, but it looks real cool. And then Monaco will kind of shrug and say, I mean, I don't want to derail Eric's tale, but I mean, I owe him a bunch of I owe him a lot of stuff. I owe him there was a deal, and it didn't exactly pan out the way that I wanted, because I'm not good at the wheeling and the dealing like Danny. I'm just trying to get by. I'm just trying to take care of the people that I care about, and I maybe got in a little bit over my head. It's not even a good story. Like, I'm like Team Eryk here. It's not a good story. So let's all, you know what? Good Cole story time done. Good job, everybody. Take a bow. Let's keep walking.
Could you just like take some of this scrap to pay off some of your debts?
I mean,
There's some good stuff here. I found this weird little button box. I'm gonna take that apart later. But it's a really nice one. Nice button box I've ever found.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I owe him in specificity. I owe him, and so I'm just trying to. I'm paying him back. I've been paying him back. I will. She kind of looks down. I will probably pay him back until I die, but I'm working on it. So here we all are. But let's just if we pull this off, if we get the job, then I'm just a cool. Good story, good talk, everybody. Like I'm just here. Can we just stop? And she just looks so.
Okay, yeah. But look on the positive side. Like, if you die, you won't owe him anymore. So, like, that was the worst case scenario for this trip, and now it's not. So that's probably our positive. Let's Finch, what way are we going?
Finch is leading you around this building, moving forward. We can say that was kind of like a walking conversation, perhaps, as you are heading further into the zone. Finch, we are getting to the third sector of the zone that you're traversing on this trip. As we are getting now closer into the evening, would you make another scout roll for me?
Okay. Okay, one of these, and.
Or actually, I'm sorry, scout is the wrong one. It's your know the path roll or find the path.
Right. Yeah.
I've been saying the wrong thing all episode. That is on me.
How dare you?
I'm the worst.
No successes, no failure. Doing great.
Okay. You're welcome to push it if you want. Otherwise, we can leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll push it right. 3 successes.
3 successes. Any failures?
1 failure.
1 failure. Okay, so you'll take 1. What is that? Wits confusion.
Yes.
1 point of confusion, and you've got 3 successes. So again, we can make choices about artifacts, but for this one, I will also add that you have the option, as you feel like maybe you're in danger, you can use a stunt point to guide the group more stealthily and carefully through the area. If you're concerned about maybe being attacked, you could use a stunt point to be a little more careful.
Yes, I will do that last thing because I don't want to die.
Okay.
And then the other one, I guess, if we're moving carefully, we can't really move faster.
I will say that since you have stunt points that can do whatever you want, you can do that.
Sure. Both things, stealthy fast.
All right, so you are very laser focused on this task of finding a path that is quick but also not very conspicuous, and so that is your primary focus. As you are moving forward, you are now once again back on kind of abandoned streets that have been grown over with these various forms of wildlife. As you're walking, you spot an old building in particular. Looks like it was made out of bricks, and you can see sections where some kind of large bird has made a nest in the top, where the roof is no more. But there is now a large nest. It does not seem like the bird is home.
It doesn't seem like the bird is what?
The bird is not home right now.
Okay.
Hey, there's this cool nest up there, and when there's a nest, sometimes there's little eggs to eat, or there's a bird to eat.
Yeah, I could do with dinner.
Also, I'm just gonna point out again, I have not gotten out of the Ark a lot. I'm not saying that I'm the expert, but yes, there might be an egg or a bird to eat, but also there might be a bird to eat you. I'm just saying that we just got attacked by grass. That was weird. But birds. You ever really looked at a bird? And then Monaco stares off into the distance and shakes her head a little bit.
Yeah, I looked at a lot of birds. I've killed a lot of birds and eaten a lot of birds. They're delicious.
Right.
Vic
Well,
is looking in the same distance that you are, trying to figure out what you're looking at.
And Monaco will look at Finch and just basically say, like, listen, I'm following you, but if this bird tries to eat me, I'm pushing you in front of me first. So.
I don't think we need to disturb a bird and its eggs, especially if those eggs are not for eating. I do have, he like opens up the little pouch that he has that's like made up of like different like fabrics and stuff. You notice that he does have a good chunk of grub.
Whoa! I love that you want to share grub with us. Keep that energy for later. But when you're out in the zone, you don't want to overlook a potential meal in your path to use a meal in your pack, because you might need it later.
But I also don't want to get eaten if that meal is not actually a meal to be eaten.
I don't think a bird can. How big is this nest?
You don't think a bird can eat us,
It's
but
a
grass
huge
just
nest.
grappled us.
Okay.
This nest is like larger than 3 of you lying down.
Okay, great. So like 4 finches.
One egg could feed all of us.
I know. Okay, well, and what, Josh? What time of day is it? Like, is it getting? Is it?
We're
like,
getting
getting
into
dark
the
now?
evening. The sun will probably be down in a couple of hours.
Okay, we still have some time.
Interesting.
Dinner time.
Well, this building is here, so despite the bird, I mean, should we try to see if this is a good place to make camp, or...
That part. That's the part I'm thinking too.
Because I don't think we should stay outside at night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Agreed.
definitely should not stay outside. You all set it up. Maybe I'm just gonna go look at the nest from a respectable distance.
You begin. This is not going to be PvP, I promise.
I'd be okay with it from
You
you.
begin to hear a very eerie sound coming from Eryk. Like there was like the echolocation was kind of like ethereal, but like in a cool way. This is like ethereal in a not so cool way. And it's happening as he just begins to speak. And he just says, "Please do not go over to that nest. We are out here together, and your potential need to just do might get us all killed. Thanks." And then it goes away.
Okay. Heard you. Quiet and clear.
Okay.
I guess let's check the building first, then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You can, using your find the path ability, easily find a place within this building that is safe for you to hunker down for the night. That will not be an issue. You feel like you are at this point most of the way to your destination. Maybe a couple hours in the morning, and you'll be just fine.
Can I have this talent I haven't used yet. It's called Monster Hunter, and I feel like I should be using this. So I wonder, can I use this ability to maybe throughout the night, like try to sense when it would be back, or that if we're in danger or something like that, specifically for that beast?
Yeah, I know that that's not quite exactly how the talent is written, but I will let you use it as a kind of sense for information about it. It basically just, when you're scouting out a beast, it gives you additional dice. And since the beast isn't here, it's a little hard to scout it, but effectively we'll let it work in the same way, just kind of keeping an eye on the nest rather than the beast.
That's 3 successes.
Perfect. Throughout the night, you are able to keep a very good eye on that nest. We'll get to that in a moment. Are you doing anything in that resembles watches tonight?
Big is not, because Big stayed up all night last night and needs a full night's sleep.
Yeah, I think Monaco would take a watch.
Yeah. Danny would too.
I will too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that Eryk is the one who like has like a small little nightlight, and he's like reading books and like writing stuff down at night. So he's definitely one to be up. So essentially, if like maybe like 2 and 2 or something, he'd be willing to watch with somebody.
Sure. Who would like to take the first watch then?
I'll do it.
I'll do it with Monaco.
Okay, great. So you have a chance to settle in for the night. And is there any kind of conversation, Eryk and Monaco, that you would like to have?
Monaco will look at Eryk and say, I'm not gonna ask you about coal, but I just want you to know that I know how much it sucks, and I'm sorry you have to deal with that guy.
It's fine. I just I don't really. The Ark likes to favor physicality over anything mental, so it's hard to combat when he can just not do something, and the Ark would, bow at his feet. People like him, so it's whatever. It's fine.
Hey, what are you reading?
He like hesitantly, but he like hands it over, and it's totally an instruction manual for like a microwave. But he just I don't know if there was something fancy about the symbols they used to use, so just trying to understand them, I guess.
Oh yeah. Have you had any luck? Like, can you make anything of this?
That is, I can't tell if it's 4 arrows or 3. I don't know. Maybe like it was a time machine or something. It could like it would just go around in a circle, or it's not really a circle. It's like a triangle. Maybe it was like they used it for like if there was like an egg, you could put the egg inside of the microwave. The
it would like make a chicken?
It'd make a chicken. I don't know.
That's, man, I would love to see that. That's rad.
Yeah. I mean, but maybe not, because I don't really see many chickens out nowadays.
Well, they'd probably try to eat you if you saw them anyway.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
And if you I'm pretty good at making people happy, and they give me stuff for it.
Yeah.
So if you ever need some extra scrap or billets, coal, I can just.
Oh man, that's really cool of you, but I couldn't ask you to do that, man. But hey, why don't you...
I don't need to use it, so.
I appreciate it, but hey, why don't you get some rest? You are, and like, Monaco will kind of like nudge him affectionately and be like, little guys need their rest, and I got this. You get some sleep or read, whatever you want to do, but I'm good.
Oh, okay. Don't stay up too late, because it gets dark and.
Well,
okay.
it's cool. I'll wake Danny up in a little bit anyway, so we're good. But and then as like Eryk settles in, Monaco's just gonna bang out like 100 push-ups, just so many push-ups, just a weird amount of like Jesse Jurdak push-ups.
Okay. All right.
And I want to know, and just as Eryk definitely starts to lay down, and like there's like no movement as these push-ups happen, then slowly but surely just goes back to reading. As he's laying down, and he probably like passes out with the thing like on his face.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Eventually, your watch ends, and Danny and Finch have their watch. Finch, as you're keeping an eye, you realize that the bird must have gotten back at some point after you settled in for the evening. So you're not sure what exactly it's doing up there, but you can hear it rustling around in the nest above the building.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah, what's going on? What's up?
The big bird came back. It's up there.
How big are we talking?
How big is this bird, Josh?
Judging by the sound of the shifting, you think this might be a trash hawk. You've heard that these birds can be huge, that their wingspan can be like 5 people.
It's really super big. It's as big as all of us put together, and maybe more people. I don't know.
Is it a bad idea that we're camping right underneath it?
I mean, I usually with big animals like this, if you don't, 1, mess with it, 2, act like a cool small rabbit or something it wants to eat, or like don't like look too delicious, then you will be okay.
Okay.
Try not to look delicious.
I'll try my best.
Should we do something about it? There's not like, I mean, if it comes down to Monch, everyone's asleep. Should we wake them up or?
Well, you said if we don't bother it and don't look too delicious. I mean, maybe if we just stay quiet enough, it won't even know.
Yeah.
It could probably smell us, right? Can birds smell things?
I have no idea. Do I know this thing? I don't. Michelle does not know about birds.
Do you know if birds can smell?
I know that.
Good question.
Jerry.
We'll call that a know the zone check.
All right.
I would like to help.
I googled it. Inconclusive. All right. No, there's here we go. 1, 2.
Can I help?
You certainly can. I will note that where you are camping inside the building right now, you feel confident that the bird could not get to you while your companions sleep.
Okay.
I have 2 successes already. So
Okay. I'll roll my 1 and know the zone. Oh. I didn't get a success.
Okay, so just 2 successes total?
Yeah.
Okay. You are actually remarkably knowledgeable about birds, and so you would know that some types of birds do have a sense of smell and a sense of taste, actually, but this particular bird does not, to your knowledge. There's one way to find out, and it's to put something that smells out and see if it responds.
No, I don't know. Some birds can smell and some can't. I don't think this one does. So I think if we just stay inside the building and don't go outside, we'll be okay.
Okay.
Even though I would love an egg the size of me to eat, but I don't want to die either.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not willing to take that risk either. Huh. Okay.
Yep. No, get eaten by the bird.
I like that plan.
Can I make sure if we have any lights or anything that they're off or very low?
Absolutely. The only lights you would have would be something like a candle or a torch, perhaps. And I don't know what all is in your inventory, so
Yeah.
you can make sure that you don't have, like a fire burning or something like that.
I have an oil lantern, but it's not on.
Okay.
So hey, Danny, where's Jojo? I haven't seen him around in a second.
Oh, he's sleeping right now.
He couldn't quite fit into the same nook as all of y'all, so he's out, just kind of on the other side of a wall, still protected inside the kind of shell of this building. But as you take a moment, you can quietly hear the sound of snoring from out in where he is sleeping.
Oh,
You hear that? That's him. That's him snoring.
what's that about you and Jojo?
Oh, me and Jojo. Oh my god, we go way back. We're like best friends. That's my buddy. That's my pal.
Cool. That's cool that he come out here to try to get killed to help you.
I know, isn't it sweet? It's like so sweet. That's when you know a friend is like your best friend, when they're willing to die with you. You know?
Yeah, I guess I know something about that. I have a friend, but he can't really help us. I have one friend. And that's
Who is
enough.
your one friend? I mean, I agree. Sometimes having one friend is enough. But who is your one friend?
It's Ford. He's the guy I was walking through the market with when you guys came in and did all your yelling.
Ah, Ford. Okay.
But he's not doing great, so we really need to make this mission a success so we can have some free time to not worry about getting more bullets or finding food or any of that stuff anymore for at least a little while. Just needs a break.
Can I do a sense emotions roll on Finch?
What?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So empathy. Empathy plus sense emotion. Okay.
Michelle, would you like to make a manipulate roll to see if you can withhold something, or are you not worried about withholding information, and you can just tell us what Danny senses?
I'll roll. I bet it's gonna mess me up. I only got 3 in empathy,
Okay.
y'all.
So this is
Yeah,
a
nothing.
contesting check. Danny, you said you had how many successes?
None.
None. No
Yeah.
successes, no successes. If no one pushes the roll, you're not really sure. You can't quite
I'm not
read.
gonna push it. I'm not gonna
Okay.
push it.
We're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? You said something's Ford's not doing too well.
Yeah, you got messed up scouting around a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be fine.
Seems to be happening a lot lately with people who go out and look around.
Not everybody. We can leave if we want. We don't have to stay in that stupid arc all the time.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know why y'all are obsessed with making more things, more structures, more permanent things. We should be trying to leave.
Where would we go to? What's even out there?
Well, we don't know. We should go look. It's dumb to stay one place the whole time. We're just gonna die here.
Oh my god. It's really dark, Finch. But you're probably right. I
Can't
mean,
ignore the truth.
yeah. It's kind of how it always has been, right? Like, people are born in the Ark and they die in the Ark. It's probably gonna happen
Yeah.
to us too.
Yeah, well, not to me.
What, are you gonna leave? Like, and never come back?
If I feel like it, I'll do whatever I want.
How are you gonna survive?
I'm doing fine. Maybe I'll just find a couple of birds and eat all their eggs.
Oh, jeez.
Let's just keep on watch.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I think that is a great note to end on as we leave our party of mutants camping out in the shell of a brownstone building in Brooklyn with a giant trash hawk in its nest above their heads. We'll check back in with that. Before we go, I want to do a really quick round of outros because we didn't do intros at the start of the episode. Let's go ahead and start with Michelle, and can you popcorn us around? Just a really
Sure.
quick who you are and where we can find you.
My name is Michelle Bradley. I played Finch today, and you can find me at I Am Chubby Bunny on all the social medias, including TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, or on my website at michelleandbradley.com. And yeah, got a stacked week for the next couple weeks, doing shows every day, so check out my schedule on Twitter. And now to you, Kate.
Hi everybody, I'm Kate. I go by Catie on all the social medias. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, I'm on all the places. I also have a podcast. It's called Catie and Eryk's Infinite Quest. an ADHD adventure. We talk about life with ADHD and depression and navigating life as neurodivergent adults. Watch as I seamlessly enter this into the chat. Hey, CB, let's go. I don't know. I was paralyzed.
Hi. My name is Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Buyer, Critical Buyer across all social media channels. I'm an active vocalist, tabletop professional, hot mess and car, and a jack of all trades, master of like 3 of them. And you can find me in many places, but not this week because I'm going to TwitchCon. Also, my birthday's coming up soon, so that's fun. But yeah, just check my socials for all the things that I'm doing. And yeah, that's me. What up, Mellie?
Hey, speaking of birthdays, mine was yesterday because we have very close birthdays. I'm Mellie. Thank you. I'm Mellie DM. I was playing Bic. Find me at Mellie DM in various places, and I'm, the Demiplane community and content director. So you can also find me around the world of Demiplane. Aliza, finish us off.
It's me, Aliza Pearl. I am on Instagram and Twitter at Aliza Pearl, ALIZA. I played Danerys tonight and Dany. October, I'm streaming. I'm in a lot of games. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm playing games on different channels. Check my Twitters and my Instagram for that schedule. And also on October 15th, I'm going to be a part of Star Trek Fleet Week, which is an amalgamation of Star Trek gaming people talking about ships, all the ships in Star Trek games. So you can find me there, 3 p.m. We're doing a Streampunks, Tales from the Streampunks Frontier panel where we're going to be announcing some things about the next Star Trek Adventures campaign that the Streampunks is running. So stay tuned for that.
That sounds great. My favorite Star Trek ship is Kirk and Spock. Anyways, I'm Josh. I've been your GM. You can find me on the internet at Joshua M. Simons. I'm the community and content manager here at Demiplane, and we will be back next week. So in the meantime, have a great night, and we'll see you soon.
Good night.
Bye.